How do you do your work when you feel like shit? Not when you're motivated, not when you're happy, not when everything's going well. I'm talking about those days where you feel tired, empty, numb, you don't even know why, you just don't want to move. Because let's be real, most of your life is dictated by how you feel. Motivation makes you start, discipline keeps you going, sadness slows you down, burnout stops you completely. We love to say we're logical, we love to say we're rational, but we're not. We're emotional creatures. Everything we do is tied to how we feel. And if you're anything like me, your baseline isn't even good. It's not motivation, it's not happiness, it's just shit. Tired all the time, empty for no reason, no drive. I can't even remember the last time I felt properly awake. So if your life is controlled by your feelings, and your feelings are usually like that, how are you supposed to achieve anything? You don't, unless you change something. Even right now, as I'm writing this, recording this, I feel empty, like there's a literal hole in my chest. I'm sitting here thinking, what's the point? No one even watches these videos anyway. But I still pressed record, I still wrote this, not because I feel like it, but because I'm doing it regardless. And that's the whole point of this video. If you rely on feelings, you will never be consistent, because feelings don't stay, they come and they go. There's a quote I like: if you only work when you feel good, you'll never outwork the person who doesn't care how they feel. So what do? It's simple, not easy, but simple. You do the work even when you don't feel like it. That's it. That's the foundation. You get out of bed when you feel like shit. You work when you feel empty. You move when you feel tired. Because life will always throw something at you. You will have bad days. You will always feel off. If you wait to feel good, you'll be waiting forever. Before I recorded this, I was literally in bed. Woke up early just to stay in bed. It doesn't even make sense. Scrolling, thinking, doing nothing. Then I just got up. I went to my PC, procrastinated even more. And I stopped and thought, what's actually wrong right now? I looked inside and I realized it's just emptiness. I get that feeling a lot, and usually I just stay in bed or I play games. But this time I didn't. I started writing. And something weird happens when you do that, when you move despite how you feel. It breaks the illusion. I still feel shit. I'm not magically fixed, but I feel a bit better. Because action cuts through emotion. There's a story about a man who came to a scholar and said, I don't feel like doing anything. I feel lazy, tired, and unmotivated all the time. The scholar told him, then act without your feelings. The man replied, how can I do that? The scholar then said, your feelings are not your limbs. They cannot stop you from moving. That's the truth. Your feelings can't physically stop you. They just convinced you to not move. So now you understand the core. Let me help you actually apply it. First thing is using your self-awareness properly. A lot of you are self-aware. I feel like if you've clicked this video, you're a bit like me. We got amazing self-awareness. You know you shouldn't be in bed. You know you shouldn't be scrolling. But what do? You use that self-awareness to make yourself feel worse. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm so useless. I'm wasting time. And then you keep doing it anyway. That's not self-awareness. That's self-destruction. What I want you to do instead is identify the feeling. What exactly is keeping you stuck? Is it tiredness, sadness, emptiness, stress? Name it. Because once you name it, you separate it from yourself. Now when your brain says, I don't feel like doing anything, you can respond with, that's just the tiredness talking. That's just the emptiness. You're no longer controlled by it. You're observing it. There's another quote: "You are not your thoughts, you are the one observing it." Second thing, stop being harsh on yourself. I know it sounds soft, but listen, when you feel like shit, your brain wants to make it worse. It wants you to hate yourself because it feeds that cycle. You start thinking, I'm useless, I'm lazy, I'll never change. And now you feel even worse, which makes you do even less. It's a trap because being harsh on yourself does not fix you. If it did, you would have been fixed already. I've tried it. I tried bullying myself into working. Sometimes it does work for a bit, but most of the time it doesn't. And even when it does, you're still relying on feelings, just negative ones. That's not what we want. We want to act regardless of how we feel. So instead of beating yourself up, acknowledge it. Yeah, I feel like shit today. Yeah, I don't want to do this. And then do it anyway. Calm, neutral, no drama. That's strength. And the last thing, just listen to me for a second. You've got this, genuinely. I know how it feels. Feeling stuck, feeling empty, feeling like you're not enough. But you're not broken. You're just used to listening to the wrong voice. You are not your bad days. You are not your thoughts. You are not that version of you that stays in bed. You're the one who can get up. Even if your goal right now is just to get out of bed, you can do it. If your goal is bigger, you can do that too. Don't let feelings decide your life, because they will change. They always do. But your actions, that's what builds everything. So next time you feel like shit, don't wait, don't think, just move. Do something, anything, and prove to yourself that you're not controlled by how you feel.